Now we begin episode 3, the Rite of Turnabout.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
May 9th, 3:30 p.m. Temple. Another fine day in the kingdom of Khura'in. It's so peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still, it sure was a rough start. Now to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. Her long aesthetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she says something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Wright! Hapiraki! Hey, Albie. Hapiraki. Oh! You've mastered the traditional greeting of Khura'in! I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing's paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Khura'in. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today's the purification rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this purification rite? What? Didn't she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. It really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly with stashed in the kingdom of Khura'in. Let me stop you right there. Is something wrong? No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Phew, dodged a bullet there. Oh right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the rite with this. An English guidebook. Where'd you dig this up from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while then. The Rite's Guide added to the court record. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place. Let's go! To the Plaza of Devotion! I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold, though. I think I can handle it. Indeed. Next stop, the Plaza of Devotion. May 9th, Plaza of Devotion. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira. the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted. Right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This too is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are! After all, Khura'in is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Khura'inese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. Oh, he's talking about these colorful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story's gonna have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, oh noble traveler.
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
And who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya, Hapiraki! Hapiraki, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks. Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yeah, you can say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Khura'in village back home. She was also my assistant for quite some time, but that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Co. law offices. Now she's here, trained to be the leader of Khura'in village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of the Khura'in channeling technique, you have to train here in Khura'in, since this is where the technique originated. Didn't I sound just like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside, she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that. How we missed you, Maya Fey. I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused, but you should have seen Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. I bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour. So sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch. It definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the high priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she can handle. So the high priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. I'm gonna be the best Lady Kira, guardian deity ever. I better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster. In the Japanese version, she's referred to as Ayasato Mayoi, but we all know her as Maya. So about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today, what exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the kingdom of Khura'in a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed. And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must really be a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yup, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? So why is this rite attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends, and she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace, I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. Sightings of her go back about 2 years, but this is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken. I can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. But couldn't it just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. A spirit possessing a piece of clothing. Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows. Hey! What's that supposed to mean? You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I've got to keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull, and there's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear for the Lady Kira people I've been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. You got the May 9th newspaper. But Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira. I'm calling it the Kira bun. Talk about a Kira business strategy. Come on, Maya. Just admit it's you running around dressed as Lady Kira already. I guess the jig's up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I have returned this lovely young lady's body. What? Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Yeah! Ow! Mr. Wright! Just kidding. I mean, come on. I may be dressing up as Lady Kira for the rite today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know. That was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny? You really had me going there for a second. No one can be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed playing superhero at the rite today. Ooh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I better get going. His footsteps? During the rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop-slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya's always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in at all. I wonder if this means her training's been all for naught. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte Zealot! Acolyte Zealot? Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the high priest, Abbot Immi, and lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot Immi! The purification rite's about to begin. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. It looks almost exactly like what that figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You'd be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those bells on the high priest's ankles. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Mr. Wright, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles, and then I bow forward. Ouch! Great. All I can see is the ground, and my back is killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days! I don't feel so... Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! Right, Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright, please, you have to get up! Ouch, my aching. Albie? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from that back pain. They must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya's... She's been arrested! What? Great! May 10th, 8 a.m., Plaza of Devotion. Where's Maya? Just take it easy, alright? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go! Maya! Nick! I didn't kill him. I swear I did. Quiet, you. Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second! What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer! Emma? Emma Sky? What's she doing in Khura'in? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! Not again. So, what are you doing in Khura'in, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Khura'in, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened. Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? What happened? What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is Tarust Inmi, the high priest of who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. I never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum? It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through that gate over there and up at the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. Oh, so that's why everyone is offering their prayers in that direction. Abbot Immi and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer, you fainted in the middle of it. So, who do you think killed the High Priest?
Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public.
So then only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred.
Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain.
The only way up there is the stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Oh shit. So that's why she's been arrested.
Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza the High Priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect.
So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, sir, are you going to defend Miss Maya?
Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who would have thought you have to take on that horrible court again?
Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial, where the divination seance determines all, and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So, what brings you here, Emma?
Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Khura'in. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time.
Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far.
Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere.
Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas.
I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking.
This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case?
Yes, he is.
I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one, too.
Yes, Prosecutor Sadmati's already been assigned.
Prosecutor Sadmati! Bulkurka! You know him, Albie?
Of course. Everyone in Khura'in does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and as a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath.
But it's my job too, as a lawyer.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Just great. A prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Khura'inese than the last one.
I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent.
Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here.
Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can.
Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy?
He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say, I'll help where I can.
Thank you. But don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Prosecutor Sadmati sounds pretty strict.
So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report.
Tadru's autopsy report added, cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon.
The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Waba dagger. It's used during the rite, however. However, the dagger has yet to be found.
Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger.
Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger?
Right. Whatever floats your boat. And isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course. Hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma?
The police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure.
Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense.
All right, then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmati and the police later.
Thanks, Emma.
You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step.
Wait, you're not coming with me?
Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way.
Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it.
You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright.
Why don't you join me, Albie?
That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity.
Because the inner sanctum's off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they gonna go home?
The customs of this rite require that they not move from the spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops.
Wow, I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? That explains a whole lot. Let's head for the inner sanctum. May 10th, inner sanctum.
It's really high up. And really cold. What did I do to deserve this?
At least I made it.
I better get started while I can still feel my fingers.
Who's that? It kind of looks like... Yeah!
It is you. It's Rafa!
Excuse me.
Ah! It's you! Do you even know where you are, Barbed Head?
Of course I do. May I ask why you're here, Your Benevolence?
I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Khura'ism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here.
But I'm not unscrupulous.
Quiet! You dared to find fault with my insights at every turn the other day.
She's still sore about that trial? What is with you, girl? As you know, Your Benevolence, a murder has occurred, and I need to investigate.
But we know the killer is one of your own.
In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she is a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. So can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened?
All practitioners from overseas are big, phony balonies. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige.
Urgh. It seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise thanks to that last trial. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As the defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've even been authorized by the police, so...
What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our sacred Hall of Justice once more?
No! I simply want to defend my client.
Which means you have come to forge evidence then. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance.
Ouch. That's unfair. Who taught you to demonize a whole group of people anyway?
My mother and father. You have an issue with their parental guidance?
No! I would never dare criticize the royal couple. I still can't imagine what the lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred.
Uh-huh. I just had the most wonderful idea, Barbed Head.
Why do I have a bad feeling about that glint in her eye? So, what's this most wonderful idea of yours?
If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds naturally.
What? You want to follow me around the entire time?
Of course. Not that I want to, mind you. And I will not tolerate any objections.
Understood? She can't do this to me.
What was that, Barbed Head?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Very well, then. Let us get this investigation over with. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Barbed Head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Khura'in. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of battle that Lady Kira bears.
The blood of battle. If it's that big of a problem, why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise.
No, lawyers are never to be trusted. Now make haste so that we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing.
What now?
Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat, most bitter lawyer.
I will. Now can I get on with my investigation?
As long as you know where we stand.
I better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind. Exactly. It's a lantern. And it's still lit.
Of course it is. The sacred flames in the 4 lanterns here have burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them would be put to death immediately.
So that's why they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up here that night.
The rite is performed by the light of the full moon because moonlight is a purifying force.
I see.
No touching.
I wasn't going to. What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kira.
Do you see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Khura'inese. It is a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning.
Interesting. Come to think of it, you have marks on your face, Your Benevolence. So did the High Priest.
The High Priest's marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Khura'inist clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple.
So it's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? His autopsy report's been updated. Is that a weapon in her hand?
Yes, it is Lady Kira's dagger, the very same one used in the rite. It is made to resemble a warbot, the bird Lady Kira fashioned herself after.
So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life?
If you wish to know more about Lady Kira, you need but ask.
I get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to this case. I should definitely ask the princess for more details later. This mountain face is like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean.
There is a prison at the apex of the mountain.
A prison? Way up there?
It is said that Lady Kira laid those she defeated to rest atop the mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits.
I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. Alright, now we check here. Let's take a closer look, shall we? It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood.
The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return.
What's that from?
An old legend.
Wait, does that mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. You're right about that. Hey, isn't this Lady Kira's robe?
Oh, Holy Mother!
Lady Kira's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene.
You imbecile! This is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore.
It is? What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years.
Enough! If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. That foul murderer shall not get away with this.
It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kind of smells.
How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing like that?
No, I mean that it smells like incense.
Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first scented with sacred incense.
If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. Okay.
Now the statue.
Whoa! This is blood!
This is a statue of a warpod, the bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance.
And all this blood is from the High Priest, huh?
He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kira would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace.
Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. But there's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow. You're right. A blood-stained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps? But it's written in Khura'in, so I can't read a lick.
Let me see that. Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read.
Wait, what is it?
This stamp in the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents, the Defiant Dragons.
The rebel group? What's it doing here? Is there some kind of a connection between the High Priest and the rebels? We gained the bloodstained letter. Looks like that about does it for this area. Rotate left. This rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, what an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind.
Get down from there this instant!
Right, sorry. I'll be right down. It looks like the inner sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of the mountain. I guess that confirms the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion are the only way up here. I think I better go take a closer look. This lantern is damaged. The wind guard is completely broken.
Damaged? Was this your doing?
No! I didn't even touch it!
Then perhaps a falling rock struck it. I will request that it be repaired when we are finished here. Of course, I doubt you will live long enough to see it restored.
I'll be back to take a look, you'll see. This girl's got issues! There's no snow here. Maybe it was removed because it would interfere with the rite?
The day before the rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the Plaza of Devotion was covered in a layer of white frost.
Must be the elevation. It wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. The snow has obviously been cleared away here, and the lantern's broken. I still have that camera I bought to take pictures of my trip. I should snap one in this area here just in case. Nothing else particularly interesting here. During the rite, the inner sanctum was fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery.
The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Kira. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world.
Oh, so the inner sanctum is like her private bathroom?
Indeed. So see to it that you keep it clean. This flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door. That's about it. Yeah. And what was that shrill scream for just now? It's just... I'm afraid of heights. I didn't notice it as I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down... I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. There's something hanging off of the ritual curtain there. These look like those prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion, except they are arranged like no prayer flags I have ever seen. How so? All these flags have been sewn together.
Hey, you're right.
It's like they're one big banner now. There is something written on a piece of it. Donated by Tarust Inmi. It seems this piece is from a donation Abbot Inmi made at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
And I've explored everything I need to explore, huh? Oh yeah. It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? Of course not. This statue has been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired. No wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if I was always treated like this. I don't think I'll find anything else of interest around here. We've already checked everything that needs to be checked. Nope, nothing else. Damn. Could you tell me about this place, Your Benevolence? I have nothing to say to you, lawyer. Is that because you don't actually know much about it? You ill-mannered! I am the Crown Princess of Khura'in! There is nothing I do not know! Why are you blushing? You're so sincere. Nana? Whoa, where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating! Silence, barbed head. Nana's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. What is she, your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Kira came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. And today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origin back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robe in this sacred water lends one courage for the next battle. I see. Thank you for that excellent explanation. Commoners are normally barred from here except for the day of the rite. Who normally controls the access to this place? The High Priest and his family are responsible for that.
The High Priest and his family, huh?
Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family? Abbot Inmi lived with his wife and his disciple, acolyte Parizella. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's border.
Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira?
Yes, but as she is with child, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest.
No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in.
Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications.
I'm really not sure how she could. Besides, why didn't you stand in for the High Priest's wife then?
Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. For those descendant of her holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? I should probably talk with the high priest's wife and acolyte Zealot later, too. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to you, you need but ask. Nina! Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister, but unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger. A dagger? Well, this became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira keeps the peace with her dagger. Lady Kira was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now is no different. For our enemy now is the Defiant Dragons, led by that insurgent, Dirk. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? So what's with the bird imagery? Lady Kira's robe is fashioned in the likeness of a warbot. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Khura'in. I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kira? Who do you think she is? I have heard about her, but I have yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely, a patriot. So even Princess Rafa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter, huh? That about does it for the inner sanctum. I should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me to investigate this place. Yep, we're pretty much done here. Now let us head back to the Plaza of Devotion. May 10th, Plaza of Devotion. Wow, they're still praying. The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon. Well, I will say this level of devotion is certainly to be respected. Now to find Emma. You there. Wait, I want to ask you something. Okay. Do you know me? And do I know you? Well, I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm a lawyer. No. I want to know if you know who I am. Huh? How should I know? I've never even seen you before. This guy's acting really strange. I wonder if he has amnesia or something. I should talk to him a little more, just in case he's connected to this case. Are you having trouble remembering who you are? I'm sorry if I offended you. Phew, I thought he was gonna pull a weapon on me. But he's just pulling some snack out, one after another. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I know it's something important. Do you know this man or something, Barbhead? No, I just said I've never seen him before, didn't I? Are you Lady Kira? You know of Lady Kira? Then you are Khura'inese, I take it. Maybe. Wait, are those lizards he's eating? What? You want one? No thanks, I just ate. Now I remember. Get a load of this. Well? Well, what? I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than mere memory loss. No good, huh? Guess I'll try somebody else. So, who was that man and what did he want, Barbhead? I wish I knew. Hey, Mr. Wright! What now? What's wrong? I didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. I wanted to tell you I investigated the crime scene. I hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the inner sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Sanmati gave us okay straight away. He seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor. He said that you would probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself, and that moving on before the trial began would be the smart thing to do. He must be feeling really confident about his case. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I prepared a little gift for you. I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. Thanks. All this will definitely come in handy. So this is where the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. I'll keep this along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Oh yeah, they're done questioning Maya. Really? I should go pay her a visit then. Poor Maya. She must be feeling pretty lonely. I should let her know that I'll be defending her too. Oh shoot, look at the time. I have to get going. You sure seem busy. That's because his ephemeral holiness is a real slave driver. His ephemeral holiness? Prosecutor Sanmati. He's like the world's hardest riddle wrapped in a flowy sash. I keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type thing, you know? Like, he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his. This Prosecutor Sanmati sounds like he's used to holding some serious clout. Why do I have such a bad luck with prosecutors? First, it was the glamorous fop, Clavier. And now that I'm finally rid of that grating, bling-loving Europhile, I get this guy. Oh no! Now I'm really gonna be late. He'll probably make me listen to one of the really long sutras again. I'll see you later. If you think that's messed up, just wait until he has to deal with Francisca. He makes her listen to sutras? Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough, too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Sanmati's sutras? What ingratitude. It appears that she, too, is lacking in religious devotion. I don't think that's what the problem is here. Besides, Emma's not even a Khura'inist. Next stop for the detention center.